All right guys, Jason Andrews, AKA the All-American Driver. And today we have another high horsepower car on the channel. And of course, in the Pacific Northwest, it's raining. I don't know what it is about the All-American Driver who enjoys driving these crazy cars in the rain, but today we're gonna give it a shot. We're not wasting any time with the SRT. We're not wasting any time with the RT, the Shaker, none of that. We're going straight to the Hellcat. Now, you guys probably already know the supercharged V8, we're making probably 640 or so horsepower to the tire and probably an equal amount of torque. But the best thing about this car, besides the flaming red paint job, is that it's a manual transmission. Okay, so here we go. First time driving the Hellcat. My first observation is just how insanely heavy. Okay, my first observation is how good the supercharger sounds. But after that, I realized how heavy the clutch pedal is. I don't know how people would drive this thing on a consistent basis with how heavy that clutch feel is. It's crazy. So you guys already know, we're out here in Tahuya State Forest. Hopefully we're not gonna have too much traffic. It's early on a Saturday morning. And I'm just gonna try to get the feel of this car. Never did I really think I was gonna be reviewing, a Challenger. But the Hellcat, I have to make an exception for. It is just such a popular car. It definitely feels heavy. Even not really pushing on these turns, you can feel that the body has a slight roll in it. I think we can put this thing in a track setting. Oh. Nice, okay. Yeah, so now we're in like a sport mode. You can feel the suspension tighten up just a little bit. Still got a lot of weight behind it though. Big heavy car. Big heavy fast car. Yeah, definitely does not have the steering input of the Shelby, that is for sure. I imagine on a track though, in the straightaways, this thing is gonna more than make up for its lack of agility. See, the roads are a little wet. I'm not just gonna hammer down on the throttle. This thing is making way too much torque for that. But if we just kind of roll into throttle, so far it seems to be usable. Definitely a lot of power here. That supercharger, probably the best thing about this car so far. Pick a gear, you have enough torque, you have enough power. I don't know. I mean, this thing is a manual, and you could leave this thing in fourth gear and have enough power to drive this car however you want. right, let's put this thing in track mode here. Just a quick touch of the infotainment center here. This thing has got a lot of power. This is not even full throttle by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know when you would need all the power that this thing has in a street setting. Okay, going into track mode, you can definitely feel this thing kind of hunker down a little bit more. The front end does a pretty good job of, holding itself in a corner. But you can feel like it's just barely holding on by brute force. It's not, delicately dancing on these lines. It's just, muscling through the pavement here, which I guess that's part of the, allure to the Hellcat, such a big, heavy car with just gobs and gobs of power. It's fast. It definitely is fast. All right, we're gonna get into a little bit more straight set of roads here. Yeah, you try to stab the throttle. I mean, we don't have tires on here for this. I think this car still has the factory Pirelli tires on here, which are basically like an all-weather tire. It's got like 285s or something on the back, which is just insanely small for a car with so much power. Fun though, it's fun. This thing just keeps pulling. Power delivery, even though it is, like a root style blower, pretty linear, which I like. The throttle is a little bit sensitive. You're getting a lot of input just by barely tapping on the throttle. Something kind of fun for the street and roasting tires for, but probably not in a track setting. The seats are very comfortable, but don't expect them to hold you in very well. They're bolstered, but I'm an average sized man probably, and I've still got an inch or two on each side that I'm kind of struggling with. I don't know if you'd even want to put an exhaust on this thing because it might detract from how cool the supercharger sounds. I'm not sure what kind of gas mileage it gets, but having that blower definitely doesn't help. My foot would always be in this pedal just to hear that sound. I had a little bit of that with my old supercharged Viper, but this is like refined and it's dialed in and it sounds really nice and smooth. yeah, if you can keep this car balanced, it's not horrible, you know, through driving conditions and turns like this. It would take a much better driver than me to really get this thing to feel planted though. The brakes are fine, they're nothing special, and it's got some big brakes on it. But just the car is so heavy. Does anybody care when you have that much power though? I'm not sure. All right, let's see how it does through some of these tighter turns. On the brakes. Roll power just a little bit. Yeah, not bad. And the tightest turn of the lap here. We take it a little wide. And can we roll any power? Yeah. Oh, I could see if you own this car, it would be a lot of fun. Wow, it is making a lot of torque. It needs a tire on it. But I think with some better rubber, I might be converted over here. I mean, this is a lot of fun to drive. Okay, we have just an empty stretch ahead of us, and I'm just gonna send it right here. This will be the first time I'm gonna actually try to put my foot to the floor and just see what happens. So I'm not gonna use launch control, anything like that. I'm just gonna kind of see how fast this car really is. Nope. 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 Yeah. Yeah, you'd really have to kind of slowly roll power in this thing, making a ton of torque. Let me get one more shot. Let me get one more shot at this here. And again, we're just going to try to roll into it a little bit better here. It's fast. It would definitely take some time to really try to get this dial in. I think that from the factory it says these things can do 0 to 60 in like 3.5 seconds. And I know there are guys on YouTube running very good quarter-mile times with these things, but I imagine that's with a better tire and with a little bit more practice. But just out of the gate, I mean, you can get in trouble really quick with this car. Very impressed with this car, seriously. This car is super fun, and for the right person, I mean, America is just not making cars like this. This is probably the last true muscle car. This cannot compare to the Shelby as far as agility and things like that, but in a straight line, this car is incredibly fast, incredibly fun. It likes to get sideways, but it's not uncontrollable when you do, which is a big part of why I think this car is so popular. you know, kind of my mindset has changed a little bit about this car. You know, am I going to rush out and buy one? You know, no. But I definitely have grown a new level of respect for the Hellcat, for sure. You know, so I'm just going to finish up here, put some gas in the tank, and then get out of here. This thing will actually burn through the entire tank of gas at full throttle in under 15 minutes. Crazy, crazy. The All-American Driver, thanks for watching.